Hello, 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 welcome back to Hunter Tune. Today I'm going to get my new EK hatch up on the lift. We're gonna take a look at it and maybe get it running. I don't know. I bought this car a few weeks ago and it was about a 2-month process to get this car. I initially showed interest in trying to find a white EK hatch, and one of my local buddies hit me up and he said, hey, my buddy has had this car here at my storage for quite a while. I don't know if he's doing anything with it. Let me talk to him. So he talked to him, and needless to say, I ended up buying the car from him. But there was some issues with the title and some stuff like that that we had to wait on for a while. But now, the car is here. So, you guys have probably seen it in the background of the last couple videos, but today we're gonna actually put it on the lift and I'm gonna check out some of the suspension parts, see kind of how bad the car is itself, because I have been in this strong dilemma over the last, few weeks or so, where nothing is really comparing to my Integra. And if you guys know my Integra, we went through all the body work on this car and everything, and it looks flawless. This isn't even washed. Like, this is just me pulling the car into the shop. It's been sitting outside for the last couple days. But my standard has kind of gone a little higher because of this car. I bought this car from South Carolina, or North Carolina, whatever. I bought it down south, and it's completely rust-free. Like, everything, the toe link bolts and everything came right on that thing. So when I buy a Wisconsin car nowadays, I figured, maybe buy one that's completely stock and unmolested, and you'll have a better outcome. But maybe not a Wisconsin one that's completely stock, because it's just never been touched. So when you go to touch them, they don't, they break. They don't like it. And I just wanted to, I guess, say sorry to the people that are upset that we kind of ruined this car. It was already kind of ruined, and I don't want anything on this. I don't have any desire to build a 4-door EG. And I just don't want any of the stuff that's really on it. I have no desire to take out old used carpet, old dashes, anything like that. I just wanted a few parts off of it, and I made my money back. I made my money back in parts on it, and that's kind of the idea when I bought it initially, is I just wanted to at least get my money back out of it. And I could, I'm sure, help some people out there that really wanted a piece or part off of this car, but I don't really know a whole lot of people personally that are like restoring a 4-door EG. So we were just having fun with it and just, gutting it and destroying it. It's kind of fun. We did this back in the day with another, I don't know if it was a coupe EG or something. It was like an old dirt race car, and we like jumped it in my buddy's field. It was a ton of fun. And then we just scrapped it. Some of these cars, I just don't want to deal with the headaches of selling the parts and all that. I got enough on my plate as it is. So just taking this thing to the crusher is probably my best interest to keep stuff rolling. When you keep stuff like this around and you're trying to save stuff and part it out and do all this stuff, it really kind of drags you down, in my opinion, with getting other stuff rolling. So I just wanted to, and I just don't think there's really anything, like, I'm not going to pull the glass out of it. I don't even know how to pull the glass. I've never even done that, so I'm not even going to bother. The doors are rotted. They're rusty. All along, literally the whole car is completely rotted. There's maybe some interior pieces and stuff that a guy could keep, but like I said, I got enough on my plate as it is. I don't want anything to do with ABS. Yeah, I just literally don't want any of the stuff that's on here. And this is my personal car, and I'm just gonna, do with what I please. And by the time you go to sell a lot of these parts, like, hey, I could make 20 bucks on this, or I can make 20 bucks on that. By the time I post it, deal with all the people on Messenger and trying to do part outs or shipping parts to people or whatever. It's just not really worth it, in my opinion, I guess. Alright guys, so I got the EK up on the lift and I'm just inspecting some stuff on it, see where this thing's at. I bought it, not running. So, I'm going to try to get it running. And in the meantime, I'm also soaking the toe links on this thing because they're also kind of rusty. So, I'm kind of in the same boat with the EG or this EK underneath with the toe links. I'm gonna keep soaking all the suspension bolts on both cars, and hopefully we get one of them that stuff comes apart. But anyways, I bought this car. It has a B16 in it that is supposedly built, and I'm going to think it actually is built because it has an ATI super damper on it, and you don't usually put one of these on in an ARP crank pulley bolt if the thing's stock. So I'm assuming this thing's built. I was told it runs, but it doesn't have a distributor, a starter, or an alternator. I don't know why, if they used it for another project or what. So I just nabbed the starter and the distributor off this GSR that we pulled out of this thing, and I put it into this just because I want to see if this motor runs, how it sounds, and just go from there. Because if we got issues with the motor, or it doesn't really sound that good, you know, I don't want to continue doing other stuff. So I want to just see if we can get this thing to crank up and go from there. It has a battery relocation in the trunk. So it has this kill switch on the back. I checked the battery. Battery was at like 11.5 volts. So I put a charger on it. I turned the kill switch, hooked the power up to the starter, and it's got no power coming up front for some reason. I was like, okay, is there an inline fuse somewhere that I'm not seeing? Checking everything, no inline fuse from the back to the front. So I'm inspecting the kill switch, making sure we're getting power down to the kill switch. So here's the kill switch. This is the main power from the battery. And then these two, one's for the car and then one's for the main to the starter. So these connections are all full of paint, and I wiggled them a little bit, and then I heard the door chime go off. So, and some of these connections they're rubbing on the bumper here, so I'm gonna try to route them so they don't touch metal. So that'll be nice. And then, yeah, we're just gonna clean up these connections here and put this all back on, and then see if she starts. All right, so we had a battery charger on it. The kill switch is not working. I cleaned all the connections off, so now we got a door dinger. It has an ECU in it. Supposedly this car actually ran pretty good, I guess, from the word of the person I bought it from. I just don't understand why they pulled the alternator and all that. Oh, this is for, it's got a badass little coil cover. Oh, also, Trevor, what do you have to say about ruining a prized possession EG? Should we call you Mr. Reckless? Mr. No respect.
Yeah.
We should make you t-shirts that says Hunter Tuned employee, the most disrespectful. I think
Come grab whatever you want off of it before a forklift goes through it. That's my opinion, because I'm gonna crush the fuck out of that thing.
I just think it's more of a headache to deal with people that want parts off of it, because who knows if they're actually going to show up, for one.
Well, that too.
And then parting out is just a pain in the ass. Yeah. I hate doing it. Yeah, it's a 4-door. I don't think there's really that much prized possession on it, other than some interior pieces, which I think you can get 99% of it on eBay. There's a lot of people that do that, so. But anyways, we got a battery in it. I'm gonna put that little coil cover on. So, looks like the starter bolts and the alternator hardware and everything is all in here. And then this is the coil cover. I don't know if there's nuts. But this was on it, so that looks pretty neat. We'll put that on to make sure it runs right. This oil feed line looks suspect, and this wastegate line also looks suspect. We'll probably be watching for oil flying out of this rusty feed line. We just taped up the alternator power wire for now because we don't have one hooked up currently. We're gonna check for fuel leaks, and this timing belt is also extremely tight. I don't know if this is really needed, this second tensioner that's on here. It does spin, but man, it's got a lot of tension on that belt. It's probably gonna whine like a supercharger, right?
Oh yeah. Or
it's got oil in it. It's got a rusty turbo nut. I don't know if you can even see that, but the turbo nut's kind of rusty.
That's about as loose as your girl's box.
And I gotta get a windshield cowl for it too.
My goal is to get you demonetized.
Okay, hasn't worked yet. So yeah, the power wires are just running through the car under the center console and stuff. Oh, there's the nuts. I found the nuts for the thing. I'm gonna turn the key forward and just see if we got dash lights and check engine light. Oh wow, that pump sounds dry. Is it building fuel pressure on the gauge up there?
Yeah.
Now it is. Now I heard the pump suck. Huh? Yeah, it's been dry. We got gauges down here lighting up. It's got fuel pressure? Ooh, we got a clutch pedal. Got neutral. It's got oil. It's got a really tight timing belt. Does it crank? Nope. I think the battery's kind of dead. Let me put the charger on it. Alright, now we got a battery charger. Man, that pump was like...
Not happy.
Probably sending a bunch of rust through this fucking thing. Think them RC injectors are going to open up?
Yeah, boy.
I'm hoping it's just not cranking because... this might be it too. There's no tranny ground on it. It looks like they had a tranny ground right here and right here, but there's no actual ground.
Did you got one on that motor at all?
I do. See, this is why we get this one running while we still have that one here. Let me, I'm just gonna try it one more time now that the battery charger's hooked up. Ooh, a little more promising. Still no crank. Sometimes it's the clutch switch. That's not the case. Let's see here. I think we need a ground.
Yeah, that or the motor's locked up tight within the girl's box.
Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming we need a ground. What? Right. All right, round 2. We got a tranny ground, nice and clean metal. Whenever you put grounds on, always make sure it's clean. No dirt, no schmagmite.
Right.
Make sure that this ground does all the fucking work. Just kidding.
Basically.
Alright, let's try again. Come on, Betsy. You can do it. Oh, wow. Got a lot brighter lights. We got neutral. Oh, we got crankage. We got... Huh?
There's crankage.
You ready?
Yep.
Oh. You fucking bitch. You bitch. I shut it right off. I thought I like left a ratchet on the crank pulley or something. Oh, it's actually idling. Is there any oil coming out of that feed line? Damn. 80 pounds oil pressure.
It's some avalanche noise, unless those are the RCs. But
It sounds like built motor to me. Who knows how old the oil is? Here, I'm gonna set it down. That side exit though. It doesn't sound bad. I think the wideband even works. She's a little rich.
you got fuel, oil pressure?
Yeah, 80 pounds.
What's their fuel at?
10.5.
Jeez Louise.
Ooh, she revs. Wow. Let's see if it goes in gear. Oh yeah. Even reverse. Damn. I might actually have to put an alternator on it. Idling really high. I fixed it. Not shitty. That's pretty cool. E-brake doesn't work. Nice. Alright guys, so the EK runs. I did notice some oil coming out of the transmission area over here. And I just wiped it off, and as I was wiping it off, I noticed this. This is the sensor for the reverse lights. It's loose, so I'm going to tighten that. I think that's where most of the transmission leak was coming from. And then it looks like maybe a slow leak on the pan gasket or something like that up here. That's why all this is up here. But other than that, it actually sounds pretty decent. Lots of like just, you know, schmag back here too, just random oil and stuff. Looks like the T for the oil pressure sensor might be leaking a little bit. It's hard to tell, but looks like there's like a hole in it, but I don't think it's a leak. Or maybe the catch can fitting behind it is leaking. It's kind of tricky to get these catch can fittings and shit to all work together sometimes how you want them. So yeah, I might get an alternator on it and then fix these little oil leaks. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Motor runs. It does sound like it's got a built, you know, like a forged bottom end or something. It's just got a little bit of rattle to it, you know, not knocking, but just like maybe a little piston slap or something. Yeah, it's responsive. It's hitting on all four. Not too shabby. So I did spray some of this down with brake cleaner, but I forgot. We have running water at the shop, and Trevor has some degreaser. So I'm just gonna put some degreaser all on the bottom side of the car, and I'm gonna hit it with the pressure washer. Get some of this dirt and stuff out of here. You see how dirty these control arms are. This shit should just fall right off with the pressure washer. So I'm gonna get all that cleaned up, and maybe if I pressure wash some of it, some of the bolts will come loose. That's my theory. But yeah, give her a good old underbody flush. I did brake clean a lot of the stuff up here, so. And I plan on, once I wash it, I'm gonna run it with the oil that's in here, and probably just run it for 10 minutes or something, get it nice and warm, and I'm gonna inspect for leaks after I clean it, so I can verify exactly where the little leaks and stuff are coming from. And then I'll probably change oil and stuff after all that, but yeah. How rude. This stuff is pretty potent, whatever Trevor's got. I'm gonna degrease the engine bay as well. Perks of having a detailer in your shop. A lot of people are scared to pressure wash their engine bay. I'm not. Just don't be scared, be prepared. We're gonna go through this whole thing anyway. I just wanna, having a clean work area is preferred. It already looks nice. I think I'm just gonna leave the degreaser on there.
What?
Make sure we get some in the turbo.
Hey boy, I'm Hunter, and
Right. This thing's got to cool up. I put some degreaser in the turbo. Water in the fuse box. Now it's flashing. Alright guys, so I got this thing all pressure washed. I got a lot of junk off of it. I just look at the floor, it's filthy. So we degreased the bottom side of the car. There was a bunch of oil and stuff on the back side of the block and on the front of the block. So now we have a clean slate to look for oil leaks and stuff like that. Nice and clean, all in here. Oh, this is nice and clean. My control arms are actually gold. That's pretty neat. So yeah, in a little bit of a pickle with this car, but I did get the toe link bolts out and the trailing arm bolts. I got all of them out, so I'll be able to swap the trailing arms or take them out and rebuild the trailing arm bushings and all that kind of stuff. I currently have been thinking that I want to do suspension on this car first, because there is a thing with EKs. My last EK I did like really cheap max Peating rod coilovers, and that's pretty much all I did to it in a traction bar. And I think the reason a lot of that car wheel hopping was just because a lot of the bushings, the control arm bushings and everything like that in the front end were all stock and probably wore out. So I want to do suspension on this car and put all either spherical bushings or spherical Heim joints and shit in the control arms. I think there's a company actually called, what are they called? PCI Racing. They sell some really badass parts. And I was thinking about maybe picking some of those up, like their trailing arm bushing kit and stuff that I can put in that rear disc kit that I've got off this EG. So yeah, suspension stuff I'm thinking I'm gonna do. And I want to ditch the log manifold and this cheaper turbo. I want to get a billet ball bearing unit on it and a top mount manifold. The intercooler might be okay. It's only a 2.5 inch or 3 inch core. I'd kind of maybe like to go with like a 4 inch core on it because the motor, from assumptions, is built. It's got a pulley on it. I'm assuming this motor can spin some RPM and make some pretty good power. So I want to get a Moroso pan for it too. So like there's a bunch of little things that I want to do with this car. The Koenigs look pretty good on it. My buddy was just over here too, and he's like, hey, you want to buy a CRV for cheap? Could go all-wheel drive on this car. But that was my initial plan for my Integra, is I want to go all-wheel on that thing. I don't think I need to do all-wheel on both. I'm not that rich. So you guys will have to let me know what you want to see with the EK. I want to make it fast. It's going to need some help in the turbo kit department. Maybe do like a nice intake manifold on it and stuff like that. I don't know. But it runs. We got it running. And everything like that. I've been at the shop the last couple days, actually just yesterday and today. I got that complete car gutted out yesterday. I got this thing running and checked over today. And it sucks because I am way behind on orders. Why you don't see a lot of Hunter Toon working on stuff anymore is just because the website has consumed my life. So we're gonna go hang out with Christine and we're gonna knock out some orders. I was gonna show you the engine bay quick actually. So the engine bay actually turned out pretty nice. This intake manifold was pretty disgusting before, and now it looks almost brand new. There was a bunch of crud back there. I got all that cleaned up. Let it dry overnight. The only thing that I'm concerned with is when you look at the, what does that stamp say on the block? It looks like it says SAI. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna try to zoom in on that. Is that a company that builds motors maybe? SAI it looks like. So yeah, block cleaned up really nice. There's no more oil and stuff all over the tranny and the block. We got the grounds figured out. I'm gonna take this transmission out anyway. It's an LS. We're gonna do all the fluids on it. I'm gonna change the plugs. I'm gonna do all that stuff. So that's why I pressure washed it before we did all that. I'll take the distributor cap off and make sure that no water got in there. The catch can's gonna get replaced with a Hunter tuned catch can. Probably gonna redo the catch can lines and stuff too because I want 90s off of here. And maybe off of there and block off the block. I don't know, we'll see. Gotta get an alternator on it, swap the suspension. I don't know if I'm gonna go with the Megan Racing coils or I have a set of Max Peating rod coilovers that they sent me a long time ago and I never put in anything because I haven't had any time. I might go with those. Those are the ones that have like the adjustable camber plate or whatever on the top of them. I got those because the first set I got was completely junk and they broke. They said these ones are better, so we'll see. I might put those on instead of the Megan Racing. I don't know what would be better, the Megan Racing or the new, you guys know what I'm talking about, the blue Max Peating rod ones. Yeah. Got a lot of stuff in the works. Got a lot of stuff to do. I don't want to overwhelm myself. I do this a lot. I'll start working on something and my brain just goes 150 miles an hour. All these ideas, all these plans. And then I get busy with other stuff and I don't do any of it. Yeah. I'm gonna go fill some orders and I'll film an outro at home. I'm gonna talk about some of the Hunter Tuned products and stuff. And maybe some plans moving forward with everything that's been going on with Hunter Tuned. Because I think there's got to be a change coming soon so I can continue building these cars and showing you guys awesome builds that I want to do for myself. I want to be able to do that kind of stuff. And if I'm working on other people's stuff all the time, I just don't know if it's in the cards for me right now. I think I might be taking a couple more months off just to get some of my own stuff done for a change. Alright guys, so I'm at the house, the huntertuned.com headquarters, to end this video off. And I just wanted to say thank you for all the support on the website, guys. It has been insane. I don't know how I'm going to manage this if this shit keeps up or grows from here. I think me and Christine just got done filling 14 orders from today. Today alone. Sitting over here. I'm out of stock on thousands. I literally just bought 300 of them like 2 weeks ago. And they're out. I have 1,000 more coming in about 10 to 14 days, I think. I have, I think like 1,500s left as of this video. There'll be more in stock soon, and I'm hoping I can build up enough stock and inventory so this doesn't keep happening where I run out of stock. But it's just a thing that's happening lately with the injectors. On the other hand, on a positive note, I have a ton of wastegates in stock. These are all gates and blow-off valves. I have a ton of fuel pumps. These are the Hunter Tuned 450 pumps. I have a ton of like the AN wrenches and these catch cans. These are the 4-port catch cans. You guys will see me install one of these in an upcoming video. I'll probably put one on the EK, and I know for sure I'm putting one on my Integra as well. So I'll be making a video partnering with Jack Spania Racing on a vented catch can for my K24. That stuff's coming. I have Bosch 2200s here, a ton of them. All these little fittings. I literally have totes and totes of AN line, 16, 10, 8, 6, you name it. I got it for the AN stuff. I've been working out of my garage at my house for quite a while on the website. And man, I gotta organize, I gotta get structured in here. It's just been so hectic. I've had zero freaking time to do it. I've been working out of these bins. So like these bins are, like these are all the wiring adapters that people keep buying. I've literally sold like, I don't know, 1,500 of these freaking things already. These are all the different styles. These are the remaining 1,500s and shit I got. I got a bunch of them over there already flowed. The top hats and stuff are selling good. These are the locking top hats you guys know about. And Christine is like heat pressing all of these packages to make them look like really nice. So like these are the top hats and stuff. So this is awesome. It's like, you know, looking professional and stuff. So she's been an absolute rock star. I can't thank my beautiful fiance enough. She didn't want to be on camera. I tried to talk her into it, but she didn't. She's very selective of when she wants to be on camera. And yeah, like I literally haven't even had time to show a lot of the new products. Like these are the AN wrenches. It's just been like consuming every single day. I've been trying to get into a rhythm where like, you know, I work huntertuned.com from like 8 in the morning until, you know, 3 in the afternoon, and then I can go to the shop from 3 in the afternoon till whenever, and then I'm gonna try to edit video when I get home until I go to bed. But then I literally have zero life. So it's tough doing this on my own. But like I said, I was talking about the dyno tuning and stuff earlier in the video. Like I don't have much time or like know when I can schedule to do dyno tuning for, it's wild. It's wild. It's awesome. Such a blessing, and I can't thank you guys enough. We all know T-Bag's a goof bag, right? He's a goofball. He's a goofball. I've been dealing with these people commenting on the last video, very upset about Trevor breaking the wiper arms on the EG, the car that we're scrapping. Like it's a Lamborghini. Like we're completely ruining a car that there was only 100 of them ever made in the entire existence of the world. When realistically it was an economy car that was mass produced and everybody seems to ruin them anyway. It's funny, but I do want to say, if you guys are upset that we ruined a $20 O'Reilly part that you can go buy any day of the week on Amazon, eBay, O'Reilly's, whatever, if you guys are upset about that, I think you should make a YouTube channel and you should go out and save some of these Hondas yourself, instead of complaining about what somebody else is doing, which I know, whatever. I'm not going to get into it, but if you guys know what I'm saying, like, I'm not trying to ruin these cars. I'm really not. I take pride in these cars. I love these cars. But at the end of the day, it is still a car, and I don't really have time to mess around with them. And if I asked for help, I wouldn't get any good help. I'll tell you that much. Or if I go to actually part these cars out, it's way more of a headache than it's actually worth. I'm gonna end this video off on this new motor that just went into Christine's blue Grom. It's a billet 210 4-valve. But anyways, have a great night and a better tomorrow, guys. God bless. We'll see you later. And I'm gonna try to film another video tomorrow. I'm gonna try to put out videos every day. Maybe not every day, but I'm gonna try to put out some videos. I slacked for like a week. I'm gonna just pump a couple out for you guys. There's so much stuff I can't wait to do and can't wait to show you guys. So stay tuned and subscribe, like, comment, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm still gonna try to be the same old Hunter Tune I've always been, but growing, doing new things is inevitable if you're trying to succeed and do better.